Hello, Internet Cheese loves you. My name is Cody, and this is the Christian News Show we do with geeksundergrace.com every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Some days later than others. Sorry it's so late today. And the first story of the day is an update on Pastor Saeed Abedini. An update that I was really excited about this morning, but now not so much. First off, if you don't know who that is, Pastor Saeed Abedini was arrested in Iran because he was trying to start underground churches, and Christian churches are illegal in Iran. He's been in prison quite a few years now. United States is supposed to be working on getting him back. It doesn't really seem like they're doing too much, but he is an American citizen, so they should be. And the update today is that President Obama went to Boise, Idaho. And this is where Abedini's wife and kids live, and so his wife was hoping that she could get a presence with President Obama to talk about this. And I heard this morning, and I was like, yes, that's gotta happen. That's definitely something that President Obama would do, because this is an international thing. The least he could do is give her a little bit of closure and say, yes, we're trying. But as the day gets longer, I am not hearing any updates, so it's getting more and more unlikely that this is going to happen. So that being said, continue your prayers out to him and his family. But going from that, we get to talk about some history news, which some of you may know that I get really excited about. It may be news to people that the oldest gospel that we have found that is written down is dated to be about 100 to 200 AD. That is kind of a long time from the actual event. Well, that being said, a new one has been found, and that is dated to be before the year 90. So, within the century that it actually happened. And this is really cool for a few reasons. First of all, they believe that it might be the Gospel of Mark. And you can ask any atheist, a big issue that people have with the Bible is, how do you know that it wasn't altered within those 100 years? And so it's weird, because if this paper lines up with the other text, that means that it isn't altered, and that's great. But if it is altered, it doesn't say anything about the other text, because maybe they just wrote that one differently on their own, whoever wrote it. So we'll see. It's a little strange. It's a piece of papyrus paper that they found wrapped around a mummy, so Egyptian pharaohs, masks of gold. Normal people, whatever they could find, really. Including a snippet of the gospel, apparently. But it's cool, because they now actually have the technology to unglue those pieces of papyrus paper without damaging what was written and actually be able to read it. History's so cool. And the final story of the day is something that makes me a little sad. So we're going to Garland, Texas. And in Garland, Texas, there was a Muslim conference about Islamophobia. And granted, Texas probably isn't the best place to have a conference like that. I'm just saying a little bit more liberal of a state might have been better. And as you can imagine, there were protests, but not just like some small little protests. Hundreds of people came to protest this conference, mostly Christians. And so I'm not going to focus on the obvious things like maybe you shouldn't be so hateful or bigoted. Instead, I just want to say this. Islam isn't going anywhere. Signs like no Allah in America aren't going to get you anywhere. Especially at a conference for Muslims about trying to get people to not hate them so much because of what Islamic extremists are doing in other countries. Some people are going to agree with me on this, but you may want to support that kind of thing. Turning everybody Christian, that would be great. That'd be fantastic, but incredibly unlikely. The second best thing is to actually side with Muslims who are not trying to kill people. Islamist extremism obviously needs a bit of reformation. These guys are the people that can actually help with that. And I'm just playing in my head all the comments that I've already seen that are like, destroy Islam. That's not going to happen. The best thing you can do is reform it. And so that ends another episode of the Christian News Rant. Sorry if I came off a little aggressive. It's been a very long day. And I don't really have a question of the day today. How is your day today? That's what it's going to be. I want to know what you did today. How is it? How's it going? Other than that, anything I talked about today, if you want to talk about it, then do so in the comment section below with your answer. I've tried replying to some people's comments, but the reply button doesn't work on a lot of people's. And that made me sad. I don't know if that's a setting on your guys' side or not, but check on that, because I can't talk to you, and that makes me sad. Anyways, make sure to check out geeksundergrace.com. My name is Cody. I bring you Christian news in a not so boring kind of way every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, sometimes kind of in a controversial way. In closing, let the haters hate, let the critics write, and to everybody like, subscribe. I will see you later, and God bless.